Hi, good morning, everybody. Everybody needs a strap and a block, or 2 blocks even would be good. So this morning, my daughter called me. She had an epiphany, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So it wasn't really what I was going to talk about today. She realized that she believed things that she had heard from somebody about a teacher that her daughter has and about a child in that class. And she believed it until she kept having a positive experience with these people. And she couldn't believe the whole story she had about this teacher, a negative story about this teacher, a negative story about this child. And it turns out either of them were true. She was believing a woman that she was friendly with that likes to talk about other people. She was believing the story. And our minds create stories when we don't know the answer. So we don't know how a teacher is going to be. We don't know how a friend for our child is going to be. We don't know, stepping into situations. So our mind creates a story because it's fearful. We come into a place of fear when we don't know. Not knowing is scary. But we want to realize the story we create, because then we live in that story and we box ourselves in. So we want to look at the story, look at what is maybe keeping us stuck from a bird's eye view, remove ourselves from the immediate and just expand ourselves to see it from somebody else's point of view, maybe to be open-minded from a bird's eye point of view, and then open our hearts to a new story that might be a lot better than the one we created out of fear. Fear is a powerful, as we know from the politics in our country, is a very powerful director of people. We don't have to fall into that. So sit up tall, you courageous ladies. Roll your shoulder blades down your back. Inhale and exhale. Lift your heart. Close your eyes and come to your breath. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose, big and full. Notice how on the inhales we lengthen the sides of our body long. You can open your heart from the center out. And then you slowly, slowly exhale all the way down to your pelvis. And notice how your nervous system calms and your thoughts slow. Now find a rhythm to your breath. And remember that our truth comes from the stories we tell ourselves. Truth is very elastic. And slowly open your eyes. Inhale and circle your arms up and just reach and reach and reach, starting to lengthen the sides of your body. Reach. As you breathe, you're actually putting fluid into those spaces. There's a fluid quality to our breath. And reach, gazing slightly up, not all the way. I don't want you to pinch your neck, please. And reach and reach. Keep your arms wider and reach and extend your arms long to take your right hand to the earth and over to the right. And come back to center, and let's just go all the way over to the left and reach. And find your breath. Inhale to center and exhale to the right. And inhale to center, exhale to the left. And inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Good. Take one more right. And one more to the left. Yeah, we're preparing our body for where we're going next, right? And all the way back to center. Now twist, take a nice twist with a long spine, really reaching your shoulder blades down your back, lift your chest, and then twist from the left waist over to the right. Inhale back to center. And notice how you, when you twist to the left, it's your right waist that rolls to the left. Yep. Inhale back to center, this should feel good. And over to the right. Inhale to center. And over to the left. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Oh, yes, and exhale. Good. And come back to center. And make your way to table pose, hands and knees. Your hands beneath your shoulders, your knees beneath your hips. And into some cats and cows. Good. Exhale. Good. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And take some hip circles here. Just keep your hands where they're at. I want you to get a nice length here. And come all the way over. And change directions. Oh yeah, Monday, Tuesday yoga is so good. It's so fun, stay weights. So good. And back to center. Good. Now extend your right leg directly out to the right and circle your arms all the way up. Exhale to the right, all the way over to the right. Inhale back to center and all the way to the left. Oh yeah. And use your core to come all the way up and over to the right. And all the way to the left. Keep your right foot grounded. Let's take two more, all the way to the right. And to the left. And one more. To the right. And to the left. Now all the way back to center. Now I want you to sit your bum back, your hips back, your inner thigh muscles roll back and your chest reaches forward, right? And then take your hands forward and slide your chest forward even as your hips reach back, getting a huge stretch here in your hips. Releasing your head and your neck and breathe nice and deep into it. Oh, yeah. And then all the way back to center, extending your right leg forward, flexing your front right ankle. Good. Taking the right outer hip back and soften your chest towards your thigh bones. Just soften, soften, soften. Good. Then step into your right foot and circle your arms up. So I want you to get a big heart opener here. You're going to be surprised because we're going to open it even fuller. So the bottom of the shoulder blades, scoop your heart forward, yeah? And then all the way back. Good. Now imagine you're trying to pull your hip back, but your right heel is stuck. And take one more all the way up. Come back through center, stepping into your right foot. Take your left hand to the earth and come into a twist, rolling your left waist, because you're going to need this deep twist. You have to know how to do this, right? And then you're going to roll your rib cage towards the earth and then soften your elbows towards the earth. Inhale, rolling your left waist like your ribs are a barrel, and then soften all the way back. Inhale and open. Exhale and soften. Inhale and open. Exhale and soften the elbows. Good. Then take your hands on either side of your front right foot, and you're going to lift your back left knee up lifting and lowering your hips, okay? Then lower your left knee a bit and extend the left inner thigh. Lower your left knee and extend and lower. Good. And extend. Good. Good. Extend and lower. Extend. Good. And then step all the way back into down dog. Just clear it all out and jog. And walk your dog. Good. Continue with your breath. Good. And then lower your knees to the earth and make your way into a child pose. Knees wide, big toes together, reaching your arms forward. Soften your chest towards the earth, but lift your armpits up. Get a huge stretch here. And some big, full breaths. Even press your palms to the earth. Imagine your palms are stuck and you're trying to pull them back towards you. Get into your upper back just a little bit more. Isometrically pulling your hands back. But, oh yeah. And then all the way back to center, extending your left leg directly out to the left. Inhale and circle your arms all the way up. Reach over to the left. And back through center. And slowly, you can take your right hand to a block over to the right. And slowly all the way up into the left. And slowly all the way over to the right. And just take all that core work here. Mindful breathing. You know, we don't know how far we're going to be able to go, so we just stay with the mystery here, right? We just live in the mystery. One more, all the way to the right. Inhale back to center. Now you're going to sit your hips back, even as your heart slides forward. And then take your hands to the earth, keeping your chest sliding forward and your hips reaching back until you find your edge. Lift your armpits and soften your chest, getting a big stretch in your shoulders, breathing into the space in your hips. Oh yeah, so good. And make your way back to center, extending your left leg forward, flexing your front left ankle, even flexing your toes towards you, taking your left outer hip back. So we're kind of be here. We will kind of be here again. But yeah, and then step into your left foot and circle your arms up. You know what to do. Find your edge. Get really feeling the back of the left shin. You want to get it all the way up that leg. And spread out your toes. Spread those toes. Good. Inhale. Good. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale, last one, all the way up. Good. Oh, and come to stepping onto your left foot. Take your right hand to the earth and open it up. Rolling your right ribs to the left now, lean back. Exhale your left hand to the earth and soften your elbows. Inhale all the way back up to center, opening up. Exhale and soften. Good. Inhale and open. Oh. Find your edge and soften. Good. Then take your hands to the front of your mat on either side of your left foot. Lift your back right knee up so you're in a lunge. And then you're going to lower your left knee and extend the left inner thigh. And lower and extend. Good. And lower. Extend. Lower. Good. I want you to fire up that right inner thigh. That also gets into your left glute. Good. Just a few more. Last one. And step all the way back to dog. Oh yeah. Good, drawing your belly back. I want you to start to walk your hands to your feet or your feet to your hands. Just notice how deep you can get here. Good, inhale, look halfway up. You can take your hands to your blocks here. Take your inner thigh bones back. Exhale, fold forward, nice and deep. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, take your hands to your hips. Press your feet down, the balls of the big toes and the heels to come all the way up nice and long. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Grab your left wrist and lift. Exhale to the right. Inhale back to center, grab your right wrist, lift. Exhale to your left. And all the way back to center and grab your strap. So much fun. Fun with straps. Okay. So I'm gonna have to fold mine in half because it's so long. You're gonna take the band over your head with your feet hip width apart, pressing your feet to the earth, lifting up tall. And you're gonna take the strap behind you. Now you might need it longer. See how I have to bend my elbows, so I'm gonna have to make mine a little longer. Good, so I wanna try to keep my elbows long. And then you're gonna take it in front of you. This is for posture, this is extremely important. So if you're gonna take a break, don't take it now, okay? Behind you and up, in front of you, and up, behind you, and up. Good, now I just want you to take it behind you, pulling the strap slightly apart and all the way up. You're gonna get that warmth in your upper back. If you do something every day, this is a great something to do every day. Just take a few more, just like that. Up, last one. And up. Good, now I want you to narrow your grip on the strap just a bit. Because you're gonna just pull your left elbow down, keeping your right arm up. There's a little bit of a side bend here, not too much. And then you're gonna come all the way up. And now you're gonna do the other way. There's a little side bend, but mostly it's a pull down and all the way back up. So there's always tension on the strap, always. And that's gonna warm up your butt muscles, obviously, quite a lot. The more you decide to find that resistance, right? And exhale. And exhale. And exhale, pull it down. Pull it down. So this is not weight training day, but we wake up all those muscles. We make them flexible. Good. And 4. And 3. And 2. And good, 1. And now you might need the band wider over your head, because now we're going to go side to side, to the right and to the left. Keep your band over your head, lots of resistance to the right and to the left. Good, and to the right. We're already lengthening the sides of our body a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, one more on each side, right and left, right, and left. This should feel very good. And back to center, and just release, and just take some arm circles here, maybe adjust your clothes. Okay. Now we're going to do something kind of weird. You're going to take the strap behind the occiput of your skull. So there's that rounded area at the bottom of your skull. It's not on your neck, it's on your skull. Yeah. And you're going to take your elbows slightly forward, and there's a little bit of resistance here. And you're simply going to round. We're going to start simply by rounding our back. So the top of the pelvis tips back, You're gonna keep your head reaching back, but the strap reaching forward, and you're gonna get a huge stretch in your back, right? And then come all the way up. So once you have that adjusted, very slowly, exhale, inhale. So I'm going to invite you to sit back, your hips back, your shins forward if you like, and make it a little bit deeper and come all the way up. So I want you to do it very carefully with your breath. I don't want anybody getting any ideas about having a problem, right? Sitting back and coming up. Get a nice stretch in your low back, your whole back, all the way into your neck spine here. Good. Let's take 2 more. Exhale and inhale and exhale. Sit back and inhale. Release. Yeah. Shake it out. So notice that your hips are nice and moving. Yeah, you just released your back. All right, now we're going to widen your stance wide, and you're going to take the strap behind your back and your arms wide. Now, as you're here, I want you to make sure your toes are aiming forward. There's a little softness in your knees, and you're going to scoop your heart forward. So as you look up, it's not because your neck is flexing. It's because your chest is reaching up. The back of the shoulder blades are scooping your heart up. Your arms are wide on your strap. Right? And then you're going to start to fold forward, releasing your head and your neck, getting a big stretch in the hammies, right? Good. And then you're going to come all the way up. The back of your head leads the way up. And you're going to open your heart. Your hips are not coming forward. And you're going to fold forward. Get that strap nice and taut over your head. Oh, yeah. And inhale all the way up. Take 2 more. Exhale. Get a nice stretch. Inhale, keep that strength on the strap. Notice how it helps you up in your core. Last one, all the way back. Get a nice stretch in your arms. Pressing your feet down, come all the way back up. Now you're going to take the strap in front of you. But you're going to keep your legs just as they are. Take your band over your head. And now pull them, take them back behind you. And now as you fold forward, you're going to take your band up and over your head towards the earth. And all the way back up. So this should feel slightly familiar in your body, right? All the way up. Now I want you to come halfway forward here, halfway. Your strap's got to be, you're going to be really wide on your strap with your hands. And you're going to start to twist to the right. So your left waist rolls to the right and your arms stay long in front of you across your chest. Then you're going to come back to center and you're going to be like an airplane all the way to the left. Got that, guys? And back to center. All right, try it. Let me watch you. All the way to the right. You got it. Nice long spine. Right? You're twisting. Right? And left. And right. And left. And back to center. And all the way up. Oh, yeah. Now pivot your right toes directly out to the right and come into a lunge. So this is warrior 2 hips, we call it. Your hips are open, your right toes are out to the right. Your right thigh bone presses back and your right knee does not go much past your right ankle. So you might need to lengthen your stance. Your right ribs are forward. Got that? You got that, right? Good. So we're going to come deep into the space. Come onto the tiptoes of your right foot, releasing your right hip. Oh, yum. And then take your right heel back to the earth. Now you're going to take your strap in front of you, warrior 2. Keep the strap nice and taut, your shoulder blades down your back, your chest is open, right? Right, right? Because we're open to a new story, right? We're not going to get stuck in our stories. Now you're going to soften both your knees. Take your bum slightly back, and you're going to dip into triangle pose with the strap in front of your chest. Then you're going to come right back up and into warrior two. Make sure your right ribs are not aiming forward. Let's try that a few more times. I like to soften my knees, take my hips back, and dip to the triangle. Good. Inhale back to center and back into your lunge. Couple more times. Find your way into triangle. Back to center. Into triangle. Back to center. And into warrior two. Now you're going to take your strap. Just come into a lunge on the right. And release your band to the earth. Take your hands to the earth. And lower your back left knee. So now you're going to extend your right leg forward. So we kind of been here already. You're going to take your right foot forward. I want to be sure you can see me. And you're going to take your strap around the arch of your right foot. And I want you to flex your toes so that your toes are aiming towards you. Yeah. Now, you're going to kind of choke up on the strap as you reach your heart forward, and notice, you might want to block here, but notice you get a little bit deeper in the hamstrings. Keep the ball of your big toe reaching forward so you don't have a sickled ankle, and just get a nice stretch here. Exhale into it. Inhale slightly out of it. Exhale into it. Oh, yeah. Inhale out of it. Get that nice resistance with the strap. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Just take another breath or two here and then stretch. And all the way up, releasing the strap. And make your way from table into a child pose. Isn't that awesome, guys? I love that practice. And soften into your child. Oh, notice how much easier it gets. Yeah. When we let stuff go, life is a lot better, guys. Yeah. Make your way back to the table. And then just some cats and cows. The nature of fear. When you understand it, you don't let it control you so much, right? And right into your down dog. Take your hips back and extend your hips all the way to the sky. And walk your dog. And then once again, walk your hands to your feet or your feet to your hands, coming into your forward fold, nice and long and deep. Press your feet down. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Hook your thumbs, standing up tall. And to the right, and twist to the right, not twist, but bend to the right, and then bend to the left. And all the way back to center and release. And you're going to grab your strap once again. Yay! Take the strap over your head. Widen your stance. Toes are aiming forward. Your heels are in line with one another. Check that out. Good. And once again, we're going to come forward. Good. And forward fold. Let's start with that first. Make sure you feel that nice stretch in the hamstrings. Check out your feet. Your knees have a little softness to them. They're just not hyperextending. Good. Then you're going to come halfway up. Shoulder blades down your back, belly back. Arms really wide. And then you're going to twist to the right. Come back through center. And twist like an airplane to the left. Back to center. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Take one more, right and left. Come back to center. all the way up. Take your band behind you. And then pivot your left toes out to the left, back to warrior two. And take your strap, just release your strap. Make sure your left toes are out to the left. Your rib cage is long. Notice that the rib cage wants to reach to the left. So you want you to just reach that left rib cage towards the center of your body. Good, stay deep. Then come onto the tiptoes of your left foot. Oh, it's yummy, really lets things go. And then take your left heel to the earth. You're going to take your strap in front of you. Stay deep. And I want you to dip to the right first. Just get a nice stretch here. Right? Then come back to center, warrior two. Feel the left waist forward. Then you're going to soften both your knees and take your bum back as you reach to your first triangle on the left. And you might need to widen your arms. I don't know. Then you're going to use your core to come up and exhale back into your warrior two, but make sure you adjust your ribs. And then back into warrior two. Back into triangle. Then maybe a little lower. Come back up. And then back into warrior two. And then into triangle. And warrior two. Are you exhaling and inhaling? Now inhale, exhale to your last triangle on the left. Really get into it. Take another breath or two here. Get into it, lifting your left waist up. Good. Back to center. Into warrior two. Good. Now you're going to come into a lunge by coming onto the tiptoes of your right foot. It doesn't have to be very dainty. Don't worry. Take your hands to the earth, releasing your strap. And then lower your right knee to the earth. Extending your left foot forward, coming into that lovely long stretch here. Now you're going to take the strap around your left foot, the arch of your left foot. And you're going to press your toes towards you and take the ball of the left big toe away from you so that your ankle is parallel. Right? And then just going to exhale into it. You can take blocks under your hands. Exhale into it. Get a nice stretch. Keep your left outer hip back. Enjoy that. Inhale up. Exhale. Get a nice resistance. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Take last exhale here, getting a nice stretch in the hamstrings, a nice stretch in your low back. And release that strap. Make your way back to table. And you can come into child pose, or you can sit back on your heels now, sitting up nice and tall. Close your eyes. Notice how long your spine is. How big and calm your breath is. So good. Then back through table and into down dog. Now we don't want to rest too long in the middle of a practice, just a little bit. And just reach your heels towards the earth, walking your dog. Good. Inhale now to plank. Nice plank. Lower your knees to the earth. And for the first one, you're going to roll your thigh bones to the earth. Roll your shoulder blades down your back. So this is always where you want it to be. I want you to push your pubic bone into the earth and notice how your chest lifts. We're going to be using that. But in the meantime, I want you to lift your palms and feel the shoulder blades down your back, hugging together, sliding your chest forward. This is how you get up here, right? So this is the inhale, and then you exhale back to the earth. Inhale, lift your palms so that everything is right where it should be. You want to train some muscular memory that way, and lower. And inhale, lift, and lower. Now you're going to make it into a cobra. Make yourself into a cobra or an up dog. And back into down dog. Good. and then back to table. So now we're going to use our blocks a little bit. I want to get into our core and our balance. So you're going to take the block under your right knee and upper shin. And your right toes can be on the earth, or you can lift your right toes up. And then you're going to extend your left leg long. Yep. You can stay right here. You don't have to do anything more. If you want to do something more, you can extend your right arm forward and notice how you're starting to feel a little tippy. This is what I'm looking for. Where's your belly? Where's your breath? Good. You can always bend your left knee. You can always take your right hand and bind with your left foot. Good. You can lift your left thigh bone up, or you can just let it go. Literally, not only your leg or your foot, but whatever is bothering you. How important is it? Can you let it go? Make your way back to the balance. And back to the table. Yeah, you guys feel that? Step your right foot back and just get a nice stretch in the right hamstring. Once again, those hammies, especially in the peroneal muscles, just get a nice stretch in the right shin, but breathing into it. And back to your table. Shake, shake, shake it out. All right, so my knees are under my hips. But now I'm taking the block under my left knee and left shin. And I'm going to extend my right leg back. Got it? So I'm going to either keep my hands on the earth or extend my left arm forward and just get into a nice spinal balance, enough to feel a little tippy, which is what we need to do to stimulate our brain, right? Belly back, calm breath. You can bend your right knee. You can take your left arm towards your right foot. You can grab it. You cannot grab it. You can do whatever you like. This is your practice. Just be a little tippy. Be in that not knowing without having to come to a story or an answer. Just, I don't know. Right? Make your way back to the balance. Oh, and back to table. That was really good. And remove your block. Good. Make your way into down dog. We're just going to do a few more things. So we come onto our back. So I want you to walk your hands once again to your feet to your hands. Press your feet down and circle your arms all the way up. Bring your palms together to your heart center. Now I want to release our hips. So you're going to take your block, once again, and you're going to step on it with your right foot. You might want a wall or something to hold on to, because you're going to step onto it and release your left leg. And try to look at something that's not moving. Just release your left leg, your left hip. Be surprised how therapeutic this is. If you have any hip issues, this is a great thing to do. Not to mention the balancing part. You're breathing. And then across your body. Across. 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 Good. You're breathing. And come back down. And notice how your right hip feels higher than your left. Yeah, your left hip feels higher. Yeah. All right, so let's change sides. You're going to step onto your block with your left foot. Standing on it nice and tall. Find your balance. And sweep. And sweep. Good. Back and forth. That's forward and back. You mean? Yeah. So one side is going to be a little tippier than the other, which is good. Try not to grip your toes, your left toes on the block. You want to have those released. And then across your body. Good. So we're going to take these tips and open them up on our back with our strap. Yay, it's going to be fun. Okay. And back to center. Keep your strap nearby. I'm going to move my block. All right, come to the front of your mat. Utkatasana, fierce warrior. Circle your arms all the way up, sitting back, sitting back. Your shins are parallel, your knees are parallel, you're sitting back. Exhale, twist to the right. Good, and open up your heart, open it up. Yep. Inhale back to center. Exhale to your left. Keeping your right hip back, opening it up. Now you've been twisting, so you should feel a nice deep twist here. Now we're taking everything out for a ride now. Inhale back to center. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, step back to your plank. Shoulder blades are hugged together, your belly's nice and toned, right? Then you're gonna lower all the way onto the earth and you're gonna grab your strap. I'm gonna try this. So I'm gonna come back, take your strap wide-ish in front of you, wider than your shoulders. Roll your knees to the earth. Roll your pubic bone to the earth. Shoulder blades down your back. Now you're gonna lift your strap and then lift your chest. Ooh, yeah. And then release. We're gonna continue just like that a few more times. Lift your strap, lift your chest, take a breath, and release. 2 more times. Inhale, take another breath, and release. Last one, lift, and lift, and release. Oh yeah. Now take your hands behind your upper ribs and make your way into a cobra. Oh yeah. So flexy, and now right into down dog. Walking your dog and noticing your breath. Good. And now you're gonna walk your feet halfway forward, your hands halfway back. Bend your knees deep back into Utkatasana. Circle your arms up. So we've been here. Good. And now we're going to come all the way back up. So now we're going to prepare for a yoga squat. And you're going to come, I don't know, however you come. Forearms to your thighs. And come into your yoga squat. Oh yeah, nice warm hips. I want you to take your palms away from each other. And then imagine you're widening out your thighs. Your palms away from each other, your knuckles in. And then you're just going to press your arms wide and your thigh bones in, getting a nice stretch here. And breathing into it, really awesome. Good. And release all the way around the earth. Good. Keep your strap in your hand. And we're going to come into a boat pose. We're going to use our strap. And keep the strap around the ball of your feet or the arches, but not the heels. And maybe you can extend your legs a little longer, but keep your feet parallel. So your feet are going to want to slide together. Keep a little space between them. The top of your pelvis is tipped back. Good. And you're going to take your knees towards your chest and then extend. And then take your knees in towards your chest. So I'm not quite on my sit bone. The top of my pelvis is tipped back. And then extend. And then inhale. If we're rowing a boat, right? We kind of do something like this with our bands. Now it's like that. I want you to get to your core here. Good. 8, 7, 6. Keep your feet parallel. 5. Take a break if you need one. 4, Yep. 3, 2, 1. And all the way up. Nice. Draw your knees to your chest. Give yourself a hug. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then extend your legs nice and long in front of you. I like to roll my inner thighs towards the earth. Flex your ankles, sitting up tall. Imagine your sit bones are stuck and you're drawing them back nice and tall. Take a breath or two here. And then draw your right knee in towards your chest, rolling your right ankle. Good. And then you're going to step your right foot over your left thigh. Good. And you can slide your bottom left leg over to the right. This is great. You can stay right here. If you need to or want to bend your bottom, keep your strap on your bottom. Your bottom left leg, you can do that if you like. But I want you to keep your right knee aiming up to the sky. And if you can't do that with your leg bent, your left knee bent, keep your left leg straight. Now you're going to take the strap into your left hand. Well, you know what? Not yet. Not yet. Let's do this twist here. So massage your belly over to the right. Good. Not yet with the strap. And just get a nice stretch here. Nice twist here. Breathing into that twist, that new release twist where your body says, yeah, I'm ready. And then look over to your left and lower your chin towards your chest and get a big stretch in your right shoulder and your right side of your neck. That's what we're looking for. Yeah. Your right knee's aiming up to the sky, right? You don't want to leave the integrity of that muscle. You get an alignment, that is. And then all the way back to center. Now, you're going to walk your right foot over to the left, and you're going to stack your knees. Now, you might want to have your bottom left leg straight, right knee on top of left. Or you can bend your knees. Now, this depends on your hips. Everyone's hips are different. So I want you to take the strap in your right hand over your head, bend your right elbow, take your left hand to your right elbow and just reach the elbow back and your shoulder blades down. And you can stay right there. Or you can take your left arm out to the left with your left thumb down, bend your left elbow and grab the band, the strap. Taking the left hand down, the right arm up, lifting up tall, getting a big stretch in your shoulders and opening up your chest, your heart. And if you want, you can tip forward, but you do it with a long spine. At the end of that long spine, then you can round just a little bit to get a nice stretch in your low back and breathe into it. Then take the back of your head back to lead the way all the way up. And release. Oh, yeah. And let's shake that out. Good. Back to sitting up really tall. I like to widen my toes. So good for your feet. Take your left knee in toward your chest and just roll your left ankle. Nice, everything nice and warm. Then step your left foot over your right. Take your right leg over to the left and either keep your right leg straight or you can bend your bottom. Right knee, you know if you have tighter hips. Your left knee aims up to the sky. If you can't have that, then keep the bottom leg straight. Sitting up tall, you can massage your belly with your left hand out to the left and either hug your shin or take your right elbow outside your left thigh. Come deep into that twist, looking over your left shoulder. And then you look to the right and dip your chin toward your shoulder. And just breathing into it. Don't lose the integrity of your right knee. I just did. Don't do that. And breathe into it. You want your left knee aiming up to the sky. Breathing into it. Yeah. And inhale back to center. Now you're going to walk your left foot over to the right and stack your knees. And remember, if you have tighter hips, you're gonna lengthen, straighten your bottom right leg. Then you're gonna take the strap in your left hand up and over your head. Bend your left elbow. Take your right hand to the left, sitting up tall. Good. Now take your right hand out to the right with your thumb down and grab that strap. So the right hand is going to pull down, your left hand is going to pull up, and you get a nice stretch in your upper back. Elbows stay back. And then you tip forward again. The top of the pelvis tips forward. That's where I wanted to start. And then you can round your back at the end when you get to your edge, or your chest hits your thigh bones, whatever comes first, and find your breath here. Close your eyes. Be in the mystery of it. Be comfortable with your eyes closed. Then pressing your thigh bones down, come all the way up and release everything and shake it out. Keep your strap in your hand and shake, shake, shake. All right, we're going to come all the way to lying on your back. So you're going to take the top of your pelvis back using those core muscles we've been cooking up. You're going to take the strap around the arch of your right foot. Keep your left knee bent to start with. Now I'm going to floor my foot, which means I'm going to point my foot and flex my toes. Try that. Point your foot first and then flex your toes towards you. Then take your heel, your whole leg reaches away from you, but you're going to coax it closer to you. You can now extend your left leg if you like, a little bit longer, if it's available. Now you have to be breathing because the breath gives fluid. It helps grease the skids here, the hips here. So keeping your left shoulder to the earth and your right shoulder, your left hand on your left hip down, you're going to open up your right leg out to the right, keeping the heels reaching slightly forward, but open your hip. Just find that opening. And it might be more, it might be deeper than you thought. It might be, it doesn't matter. But just breathe into it. Keeping your heel pressing forward and coaxing your heel, your foot towards you. Breathing into it. Take a breath. Or two. Or three. Yeah. Then come all the way back to center. Take the strap into your left hand. Take your right arm out to the right. And see if you can take your right leg over to your left. And just see how far you go. It doesn't matter. It's not a competition. But keep the heel reaching forward and hold the strap towards your chest. Get a nice stretch here. Breathing a nice soft breath. You're looking to your right. Yeah. Should feel pretty yummy. And then inhale all the way back to center. And then slowly exhale your right leg all the way to the earth. And notice if your right leg is a little lower than your left, your right hip. Notice if your right leg feels different. All right, let's do the left. So bend your knees. Take the strap around your left foot and floint your left foot. So you're going to point your foot and flex your toes and widen those toes. Good. If you want, you could extend your right leg long. It's not for everybody. Press your heel forward as you hold the strap back and you get a deep stretch in your left hip. Start to breathe into that. That's a pose right here. This is a pose. Even though you know where we're going, just hold on. Now you're going to open your left hip out to the left. And just see where you go, keeping your right hip on the earth, your right shoulder on the earth. Just open it, open, open. Take a breath or two, keeping the heel reaching forward and holding the strap back, getting a nice resistance there, breathing into it. Keep your shoulders grounded. Good. Notice the longer you stay there, the more open your hip might get. Yeah, you release stuff. Let stuff go. Right? Then inhale back to center, keeping your left heel forward. Change hands, putting the strap in your right hand and taking your left arm out to the left and reaching all the way over to the right, keeping your heel reaching forward. So your heel's reaching away from you, getting a nice stretch. Your left shoulder is grounded. Take a few breaths here. Deep and full, in through your nose and out through your nose, like you're pulling it up from the depths of your soul, right? Then inhale back to center. Release your strap. And on your next slow, deep exhale, you're going to exhale slowly your left leg to the earth. And make your way right into Shavasana. And take rest just for 2 minutes. Allow yourself a rest. Start rolling your wrists and your ankles. Inhale, extend your arms up over your head. Exhale through your mouth. Draw your knees to your chest. Roll to your right side. Close your eyes. Remembering we are living in the mystery. We don't have to always create a story, but our mind is that's where it's going to go. So you want to look at that. Okay? And then make your way to a seat on your mat. Bring your palms together to your heart center with your eyes closed. Setting your intention to step off the mat in the most open-hearted way. The light in me honors that light in you. Namaste. Mwah. Big hugs. Oh, love you guys. Let me turn off the recording.